Hello and welcome to a video by Pauly. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please rate, comment and subscribe. Hello there ladies and gentlemen, people of YouTube, this is Pauly, and I'm doing today a different kind of video, one I thought would help people. I understand, like, I thought to myself, I can't really do I can't show people how to make coins and stuff like that. I'm not very good at it. Like you guys know, I use Microsoft points to get teams and players, and I buy packs and stuff like that. So I thought instead I'd go through what my original progression was with my La Liga team. I will probably do this for other teams, Premiership, Syria. I've spent a bit of time prepping for this video, so you know, I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoy it. So I thought I'd start off with this team. Now this would have been my first team. You know, I've got my bronze packs. Maybe I've opened a few packs. I've got coins, and this team will. This team costs around. I went through the market. I've worked it out. Sort of added up players' values and stuff like that. This team will cost around 5,000 to 6,500 coins. Now, I think this is pretty much identical to the team I originally had. All these teams are nearly identical to the teams I had to start off with. You know, so it's not like I've just chucked a load of players together and said, wham bam, thank you ma'am, there you go guys, play with it, it'll work fine. These are sort of tried and tested teams that I am aware of. I know the players in the teams. Obviously, my main focus is La Liga, so I know quite a bit about these kind of players. So just going through it, you have first in goal, Cesar, a very good keeper, 87 positioning, a nice group of 70 stats, sort of all rounded there. And he's about 600 coins. You might be able to get him cheaper. You have to take into account formation, things like that. But I think with these kind of players, these non-rare golds, you're normally looking at about 500 to 800 coins for them. When I checked the market about an hour ago, you could pick him up for about 600 coins. You've then got Miranda, a very good centre back. You know, you've got 72 pace there, which is very nice. You want, in my opinion, with most people, like when they play 4-1-2-1-2, like obviously I don't, but they say you want a big tall player to hold up the strike force, and a pacey sort of skillful player. And I tend to go with the same idea with my centre backs. You know, you play four at the back. You have one player who's quite fast and one player who's quite tall that can hold up. So if you've got Miranda here, who's 72 pace. You know, his defending's 75, which is alright. You know, his overall's 75, so it's on par. And you've got 80 heading. He's 6'1". You know, so he's going to hold up well. You've then got Nunes, who is another very good defender. Now he's I've put him in. He's 6'1" as well, which means he can hold up very well. You know, he's got 78 defending, 75 heading. You know, the rest of his stats are pretty low, so he would be your sort of hold back centre back. You know, if you want to go on a bit of a run with one of your centre backs, which I am prone to doing, you know, go with Miranda, but you know, you'll have Nunes sat back. You then got your left back, Felipe. Nunes and Miranda cost you about 500 coins as well each. Like I said, I checked the market. Felipe, a great left back, an amazing left back. 81 pace. You want pacey sort of left back, right back. I mean, in this formation that I play, you don't need. I guess you don't need pace a massive amount as much as if you were playing maybe sort of maybe 4-1-2-1-2, or one that doesn't really use left wing and right wing in the formation. But at the same time, I like it. I think it's a very good thing to have. You've got 81 pace there. You've got 78 passing, 80 dribbling, 77 defending. Headings, I think, obviously with your wingers, heading is one of the last things you need. If you're going to sacrifice a stat, sacrifice heading, I think you'll find with left backs and right backs most of the time heading will be their lowest stat, except for a couple of which that I will have in the teams sort of later. So yeah, you've got some very nice stats there, and he is quick. He is quick, if I remember rightly. I mean, he's 6 foot, so even then he is quite tall, so he will put up a fight. Don't know why I've clicked off it. You've then got your right back, which is Silvio. He, once again, nice pace. Now, one of the reasons why I originally picked him was because, he's a 75 overall, but 4 of his, he's got 3 of his stats are all 74. Which is amazing. He's got 73 heading as well, but 74 passing, 74 dribbling, 74 defending. That's great, and the fact his heading is quite good. And to be fair, you're not often going to be shooting with your right back. They're not there for that purpose. I mean, occasionally you may cut inside and sort of smash one in, but that's preference. But he's got nice all-rounded stats, and him and Felipe will cost you about 600 coins each, so it's quite good. You've then got your midfield. I play 3 across the centre mid. I can redo this for different formations if people would like, just let me know. Thiago, another very good player. Back in his sort of prime, was amazing, a pure amazing player, an absolute rock, sort of for Portugal. And once again, I like balanced stats players. I like players that have nice balanced stats. And you've got 75 there, 72, 74, 76, 70, and 63. He may be a 79 overall, and none of those stats are over 79, or the highest one is 76. But still, they are nice, well all round. I think when EA do give a player a very high overall rate, a higher overall rating than their stats give out, there's that will mean there's a couple of those in-game stats that probably bring them up, and they can surprise you. They really can. So don't knock when that happens. But yeah, you've got sort of very good passing and dribbling, which I think is very important for a centre mids in this sort of formation. But obviously you also need sort of at least one with relatively high defending or nice defending, which Thiago does have. With all his stats sort of thrown in together, he gives for a very good centre mid. You've then got Ruben Mikel, 80 passing. Now that's one of the main things that I think you also need. Is you need a very good passer to sort of spread the ball out to the wingers and stuff like that. And you've got Gabby. Once again, amazingly all-rounded stats. 78 overall, 70 pace, 76 shooting, 76 passing, 74 dribbling, 71 defending, 63 heading. All-round player. Just all-round player. With those kind of things, he can go, he can give, he can go, he's got that ability to sit back, stuff like that. Just means he might not win much in the air, but, with the rest of the stats like that, you don't really need that from him. He can bring the ball down and control it. You've then got your wingers. Obviously, these guys need to be fast and be able to dribble. That's my opinion. They need to be fast. They really need to be able to dribble and cross the ball, really, and occasionally shoot. But you've got on your left here, you've got Munane. I think that's how you say his name. Incredibly quick. 84 pace. He's got 70 shooting, which means he can shoot, but probably not advisory. He's got 84 dribbling. So with him, I'd run at the defence. Dribble it in maybe. Then you can knock it sort of across and stuff like that. Simple balls. He's not got amazing passing, so simple balls. You've then got your right winger, David Lopez. Now, I didn't do prices. Your 3 centre mids, Thiago costs about 600 coins, Gabby about 500, Ruben Mikel about 600. Now you can pick up Munane for about 450 coins. David Lopez, I think, is probably one of your more expensive players. He'll cost you about 650. Just because he's a 74 silver. But he's got some very nice stats. 81 passing. Now this is the guy you want to be crossing the ball with. With that kind of passing, he's the one you want to be crossing the ball with. You've also got 71 pace, 72 shooting if you need to, and 74 dribbling. Defending, heading, not really needed. Those are your sacrifice stats on this kind of team. And then you've got Adrian, who was an amazing player on FIFA 11, which is one of the reasons why I picked him to start off with. I mean, just so you guys know, there might be better players out there. For me, this was my preferred team. I enjoyed playing with this team. I like to make teams that were stable, that were good, that were strong. There might be better players out there, but from my knowledge of La Liga, these were the kinds of players that I like to pick. I know how La Liga plays. I know sort of. I guess I know how to sort of put the team together. You've got Adrian, 83 pace, which is good. That's what you sort of want. 83 dribbling. Now Adrian's one problem is his shooting is not great. It is not amazing. However, for some reason, he can still put them away. He's a striker, so his shooting has to be moderately good. You don't just slap ST on a card and go, there you go, fill your boots. His shooting is very good. And I mean, one of the problems is that in this formation, he's not massively tall. He's 5'11", right? And so he's not massively tall. And with wingers, maybe you do want a bit of height. Now, if you do want a bit of height, now Adrian will set you back up 400 coins. Now, if you want a bit of height, I would suggest Canute. Now, Canute is a very good player, amazing. Not as pacey, which is why I kind of prefer Adrian. He's not as pacey. However, he is 6'4", I believe. Yes, he's 6'4". So he gives that extra sort of that extra bit of depth for crossing, if that's how you want to play. And Canute will probably will cost about 450 coins. You can pick him up for. So yeah, that team will set you back about 5,000, 6,500. A very good starter team. Very strong, very quick, nice bit of dribbling. And this is the kind of team. If you're just starting off Ultimate Team, I know it's hard. I can't. Ultimate Team is a very hard game to start off with because you have contracts. With that bronze team you start off with, it is very, very difficult. I think with Ultimate Team, you can enjoy the game a lot more if you buy it, and then just I don't know how much it is. I think 1,000 Microsoft points is like £8 now. If you can pick up 1,000 Microsoft points, you'll get some good starting players that you can sell to build a team that you want. You get your contracts, you get some fitness cards, you'll get some healing cards, and you fill your consumable pile up with contract cards, and then you're good to go. You know, your biggest problem will be when you're not earning enough from matches to fund the games you're playing, and that's the biggest problem. But yeah, this would be a good La Liga starting team. So I'll then go to the next team that I would have upgraded to. Same formation, obviously. I keep the same formation. Now this team will set you back about 13,000 to 15,000 coins about. Once again, a very strong squad. You get a lot. This team, as the progression from the first team to this team, you start to get a lot more big names, and a lot more names come through. You know, with Madrid players, you know, and stuff like that. Diego Lopez in goal. Some very nice stats. 83 diving, 86 handling. Kicking, obviously not required, and speed, not massively required. You know, diving, handling, reflexes, and positioning are probably your 4 sort of main stats to go for. What I do, you know, I sort of go for those sort of stats. You know, you've got 85 positioning, 84 reflexes, 86 handling, 83 diving. A great player, and he will only set you back about 1,000 coins, which is very good for an 84. You know, you've then got Pereira, a great defender, an amazing. He might be 76, but his pace, you feel it. For a centre back, you really feel that 82 pace, and you know, his shooting's piss poor, but you don't need it. You don't need it. He's there to track back, to follow. If you're playing against the Premiership squad, he is there to track back with Hernandez. You know, you get the ball off Hernandez with him, and you twat it upfield. That's what you do. You know, you just need to have a player that can catch up with those pacey strikers, and he'll do that for you. You know, but then you've also got, like I said, you stick a strong, sort of nice built, a nice height player with him. Raul Albiol. Now, Raul Albiol cost Pereira will cost about 1,400 coins, same as Albiol. Now, my reason for at this point for taking Albiol over Carvalho was their stats are very similar. I think Carvalho has 1 more heading. However, Albiol is 6'3" and Carvalho is 5'11". So with Pereira being that pacey player, I pick Albiol. You know, I think he's far better to go in that sort of combination. You know, and he'll set you back. He'll be about 1,400. You've then got Arbeloa. You know, Madrid's second sort of right back. Very good, a very good player. His stats, they're very nice. Not as pacey for a right back, but he's solid. He's a very good, solid, consistent sort of defender, and very much like Ramos. You know, he is a cheap version of Ramos in my opinion. You know, he sort of epitomises what Ramos was. You know, for sort of or is for sort of Spain and stuff like that. It's just the fact that Ramos is there that Arbeloa doesn't really get a massive sort of look in. Same with how Albiol is. I think he's very much a cheap version of PK. You know, so you know, with Arbeloa you've got 73 pace, 73 passing, 81 defending. You know, not massive stats on heading, dribbling and shooting, but still he's a good player. And I mean, I'm a Madrid fan, so I was going to be partial towards sort of Madrid players at this point in the team sort of building. You've then got Fabio Contral. He'll cost you about 1,000 coins. You know, and he's immense. I still use him. You know, in my Madrid team, I prefer him over Marcelo. You know, and that's sort of, well, I say that if I had to choose between him or Marcelo at left back, he's the one I'd pick. But in my Madrid team, I play because I play Ramos at centre back and Contral right back, Marcelo left back. But that's a whole different story. You know, you've got 84 pace, very nice, 73 shooting, 78 passing, 81 dribbling, 76 defending, 73 heading. Amazing stats. You know, not one stat below, and he's not even a rare. You know, for a player that's not even a rare, no stat there below 70. A great all-round player, and he will sort of give you a very nice sort of a nice width. He can cut inside, you know, and he can shoot. I've scored some nice goals with him. Like I said, 1,000 coins is all he's going to cost. You've then got Granero, a young Madrid player. Now, there are probably better players to have in centre mid than him, but he was my choice. I love Granero, and he's such a good player, up and coming for Real Madrid. He's going to be amazing in a few years' time. He's got 83 passing, and obviously I've got Banega here who's got 82 passing, and at this point is where you start to get really quick wingers. You get really fast wingers. So if you can get a good selection of players with some nice passing in centre mid, you're good to go. You know, jobs are good. And you get the ball to them, you pass it out to the wings, cross it in, bang, goal. You know, and you know Granero has that. He's got 83 passing. The rest of his stats aren't massively good. He can dribble very well. You've then got Banega, 82 passing, 80 dribbling. So once again, very nice passing, can dribble, but I think with the sort of these centre mids at this point in sort of having a team, you would be looking to sort of put it out to wings and stuff like that. And then you've got Sahin. Now for an 85, now Sahin you can pick up for about 1,400 coins now, if you don't really care about their sort of his formation and stuff. You know, Banega will set you back 1,200. Granero 750 coins. You know, you can pick him up for, and he is very good. Sahin. Now, one of the things Sahin does give you is he is quite good at free kicks, and he is left-footed. And you know, it's always good to have a left-footed player in the team. You know, and Sahin once again, 83 passing, 82 dribbling. That passing and dribbling thing in the centre of midfield. You know, you need to be able to pass. You need to be able to run at players. That's what you want at this point. So a very stable sort of centre of midfield. You've then got Reyes. My God, I still remember him for Arsenal being amazing, and hailed as like the next Ronaldo. But at 85, he'll set you back about 1,300 coins. He will not disappoint at all. 88 pace. You know, he can. He's fast as hell. He's a little rocket. You know, 87 dribbling. Skillful. You know, and he's got the passing and shooting as well. You know, 79 shooting, 78 passing. But to be fair, with that kind of player, you're gonna want to do skills. You're gonna want to run at defenders. That's what he sort of gives you. And same with, you know, Pauly on the other side, 90 pace. You know, 90 pace, 85 dribbling. This La Liga has this thing. It is a very fast pace. These teams are very fast paced teams. If you like to play relatively sort of slow, sort of football, I'd suggest maybe going with Premiership. I find that these La Liga kind of teams offer up very fast-paced sort of play. You know, and you've got Pauly there, 90 pace, 85 dribbling. He's a great little player. You know, plays for Barcelona. If you've got that Barcelona badge, you've got to be moderately good at the game. Let's admit it. If you've got Barcelona as your ultimate team badge, providing it's not Barcelona B, you've got to be semi good at football, and he is. He's a great little player, and you know, for sort of once again for running at players, sort of disorientating a defence. He's great for that. And then obviously you've got your sort of your sort of your striker, your rock. Now I've put down about 3 different options for this team. Oh, and by the way, Athalide's about 1,200 coins. You know, Ray's 1,300. I'd say there's sort of 3 options for this position. If you want pace, but not height, you've got Nilmar. Yeah, I think he's got 92 pace. A little Brazilian, very quick, very nice feet. 1,500 coins. He'll cost you. If you want pure height, Lorente. He'll cost you about 1,500 coins. He's 6'5", and can get on the end of nearly any cross. Yeah, he's like the La Liga closer, basically. And I think all round you've got Higuain. You know, he's quite tall. What's Higuain? 6 foot. You've got 83 dribbling, so he can sort of control it. 82 shooting. He can smash them from about 30 yards. I don't know what his long shots are, but he can absolutely smash them. Pace 80. Doesn't really need passing. He's got 74 heading, but to be fair, he can get on the end of sort of crosses, and he is very good at it. You know, so that's a very good team. That's sort of your second step up. You know, 13,000 to 15,000 coins that'll cost you. Now the problem is that after this team, shit gets real. You know, prices start to go up quite a lot and stuff like that. So I'll show you where I went after this. I think after this I went on sort of a Microsoft Point binge, really. Now they're not. This team, in essence, this team will do you. You know, this team is if you're not gonna really commit, right? The next team after this will cost a lot more than this, and I mean a lot. You know, before this you had 13,000 to 15,000. This will cost you about 150,000 to 170,000 coins. But this is one of the top squads you will buy. You know, you've got Valdez in goal, obviously Barcelona. I think with these teams they don't need much explaining. Most people will know these players. So you've got Valdez in goal, Pepe, Puyol. Pepe is insanely good on this game. I love him on this game, and he offers so much. You know, his stats aren't immense, but they feel so much more than they are. You know, he's got 78 shooting, but I think I jointed one with him from 30 yards a couple of nights ago. You know, you've got Puyol, who also features in the next team, the Tops team, so shows how good he is. Same with Ramos. You know, Ramos. You know, let's face it, it's Barcelona and Real Madrid basically. You know, but what more do you want? It's Barcelona and Real Madrid. They own La Liga, so this is pretty much almost as good as they come. This team has everything: skill, pace, sort of power. You know, Valdez will cost you about 3,000, Pepe 3,000, Puyol 21,000, Ramos 15,000, Marcelo 2,000. But he's amazing. You know, failing that, if you don't like Marcelo, keep Contral from your previous team. You know, there's not a massive amount of difference. Xavi Alonso, a rock, great long shots, amazing long shots. You know, 12,000 coins he'll cost you. Kaka, amazing at dribbling. You know, 13,000 he'll cost. Ozil, probably about 15,000 to 18,000. A great left-footed. He's very skillful, very fast, and left-footed. You know, a very good player to have in your centre mid with Alonso and Kaka. David Villa, an 88 overall. He'll only set you back about 40k. You You know, for an 88 in La Liga, that's very good. And we all know how good David Villa is. He might, you know, he's injured at the moment, so he's not massively sort of in form at the moment, but he's a great player, you know. And at left wing, yeah, I probably preferred him as a striker, but I guess you can't argue with it. In this formation, they're close enough in the wingers to sort of almost be sort of like strikers. Alexis Sanchez is quick as hell, so fast. And they were talking about it in the Barcelona match last night, just how quick and effective he can be. And up front, this is the upgraded Benzema. Now Sanchez will cost you about 10,000. Now the upgraded Benzema will cost you about 30,000. If you didn't want to spend that, you could probably buy the non-upgraded one for 4K, I reckon. But the upgraded one is insane. 88 pace, 87 shooting, 86 dribbling. A great player, just all round. I mean, I'm thinking of doing a video. I want to do a series of videos called what was it? I want to call it like controls the game, and so I want to do it on I want to do a Benzema controls the game, then like Ronaldo, sort of clips from where the players have really had such an amazing impact on different matches to show how good they are. And if you watch my comeback video, my really good comeback video, Benzema is very the upgrade of Benzema is very important in that comeback. He does some amazing things. I think he scores a diving header at one point. But this team, although this is the more expensive version of La Liga, this is your, although it's, I'd say although it's mid-range, this, up from this, you're getting just stupidly expensive players. So, I think you could be happy with this team. You can have this team and go, actually, I don't need to upgrade this really anymore. I'm good. You know? So, I'd get this team, play with it and enjoy it. You know, after you've got this team, maybe start another team, start a Premiership squad. You know, and you can do the same from there. Just build up and build up and build up. You know, but you'll win games with this team. You know, they've got a lot about them. They've got pace, they've got power, and to be fair, you've got players in there that will joint it from 30 yards. So if you're having a game, if you're in a game where the person's very good at defending and you just can't get close, smash it. You know, give it to Alonso, give it to Alonso. Just power it. Give it to Ozil, finesse it, and you'll score goals. You know, and then the next squad up, I don't even know why I'm doing this, but you know, this next squad is pretty much the best squad you'll get. This is your top of the range squad. This squad will set you back about 1.6 to 1.8 million coins. Well, yeah, that's it. I don't even know why I'm going to bother saying this. Everyone knows who they are. What do I need to say? Casillas in goal. Ridiculous. Ridiculous player. 93 reflexes, 91 diving. He's not massively... he's 6 foot, but for a goalkeeper, I mean, there are... you'd maybe want a little bit more. You know, he costs about 70k. You know, PK, amazing, a great player. To be fair, for an 88 overall, his stats are not very good. Not very good at all. But my God, like I said, none of the stats showing over 88. I can guarantee. I bet you he's got his in-game stats are insane. I think he's probably got like 99 standing tackle and 99 sliding tackle and stuff like that. But he is a great player, a great player on the game. Very, very strong and obviously very tall. Puyol, 88 defending. You know, what more do you want? Like I said, he was in the last team. You know, PK will cost you probably about 48k. Puyol, 21, like I said in the last video. You know, those two at the back, they're rocks for Barcelona. There'll be rocks in this team as well. You know, that's what you need, because your left back and right back want to frickin' run at the defence. You know, Ramos, with 90 heading, like I said, for my Madrid team, I normally play him centre back. You know, and the only changes I can see here is maybe playing Ramos like that and playing in-form Marcelo at left back, if you can afford it. But other than that, stick with this. So yeah, Ramos, a great player to run at defenders with. I've scored some cracking goals with him. And you've then got Alves, who has pretty much striker stats anyway. You know, 93 pace, 84 passing, 75 shooting. I can almost guarantee you that he has 99 long shots, because it's insane the stuff he can do from distance. A couple of times I've caught a volley with him from a corner. You know, the ball's gone up, the goalkeeper's come out and punched it. Alves has run up from 40 yards, absolutely leathered it and jointed it. You know, and it's one of the things he's well known for in real life anyway. So, you know, a great player. Alves will cost you about 82k. You know, so they're not cheap players. And then you start to get to the ridiculous pricings. You know, you've got Xavi, who with his 92 passing is insane. You know, Iniesta, 90 passing, 91 dribbling, absolutely insane. And Fabregas, 89 passing and 80 shooting, with his 83 dribbling. Crazy player, an amazing player. He does for Barcelona what he did for Arsenal, pretty much. He can control the game. All three of those centre mids can just control the game for you. And I mean, Fabregas is 50k, Iniesta 180k, and Xavi about 100k. You know, and then you've got Sanchez, who, like I said in the last video, about 10k, quick as hell. And you've got the two big men, Cristiano Ronaldo, 92 pace, 90 shooting, 79 passing, 93 dribbling, 89 heading, 59 defending. You know, if you want to put Ronaldo as the striker and Messi at left wing, it'd work. If you want to put Messi at right wing and Sanchez left wing, it'll work. You could probably put Dani Alves at right wing and Messi at centre back, and you could probably still win games. You know, and these teams are crazy. You know, Ronaldo cost about 650k. I think he cost me 680. Messi about 415k. You know, and this is one of the best teams in the world. You know, I by having these sort of teams and a very stacked up bench, I've managed to get myself into the top 100, I think, on top squads. But yeah, guys. Anyway, that's really it. There's not much more I can say about this team. Everyone knows how good these players are and what they do, you know. But anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I did put a little bit of effort into researching and stuff. If it's helped, tell me, please. If there's any other sort of leagues you want me to do, let me know. I might need to get Greeny to help me, because obviously Premiership he sort of knows. But please like, comment, subscribe, message me, speak to me, guys. You know, tell me what you want, tell me what you want to see and stuff like that, and I'll try and do it for you. But thank you for watching, guys. I know the video is quite long, but thank you for sticking it out. I hope it's helped you out, and I'll speak to you later. So this is Pauly signing out. Goodbye.